Hello everyone, welcome back to the room 3. We still have a few mysteries left to solve. There's definitely chapter 5 to get to, but we still have this thing, box that I cannot seem to open, that I think that's like a laser or a light or something, but I can't do anything with this. We still have the screwdriver. I don't think this has anything else special about it. Then in this room, there's still this thing that is missing 2 gems that connects to whatever this monitor is. The display of some kind, but is inactive. That arrow doesn't seem like a piece I can manipulate. And then what else do we know? There's a safe upstairs that we haven't been able to crack. There's a grandfather clock with some writing on the face. What else? There's chapter 5. Where are we? There's nothing more in the basement, I think. Where's the grandfather clock? Because I don't have hands that I can manipulate on the clock. This one. Why? That's... Is it a real clock? It's 1834 now. That is the time. What? Oh god, do I need... It's only this hour. Do I have to wait for 10 minutes? Do I need to, like, pay really close attention to when this is ready to go over there? I've never noticed this ticking along by increments. Alright, remember that. Put a pin in that for a second. I guess we're not going to go into chapter 5 yet. Let's go upstairs, up the elevator, and check out the lift. Because we can't do anything with all of this. This just looks really cool. Nothing else in this room. Upstairs is the book, but we're done with that, I believe. We used both of these things. So otherwise, it's just the safe, isn't it? That's the only thing I can think of. But there's no dial on it. There's no keyhole on it even. There was this thing that we got, which was related to a puzzle in there that has now gone, it seems. And there's a button at the back of this room. On this rail here. But this is inactive, right? How do I get you to go? What is that in the middle of the room? So I don't know how we do anything in here. That's just natural light reflections off of stuff. We've used this before. Is this where chapter... Yeah. Chapter 5 is gonna be this sine wave game, isn't it? That'll take us into chapter 5, but I'm not ready to do that until I've at least looked at that clock, because I can't figure out this safe. Talisman, Safe and Lock Company, Guildford, England. And then this strange thing. But I can't use this for anything else, I don't believe. I can crank it around all I want, but I don't think it's doing anything for me, is it? Is that the room below? Is that the main entry room? It doesn't seem to have the black table thing with the inky goo, but perhaps if we go down and look up from that room, we might be able to see something different about this space. Like corridors, candelabras have different candles missing on each one, and now I'm just wondering about, could anything and everything be a clue? Feels like anything can be a clue, doesn't it? Nothing more in here. There's all the fancy artwork. Regular lights. And if we come in here, I can't see the ceiling, so I don't think it is the same room as the other room, even if you can see the various symbols on the floor. These machines aren't anything in this room. Alright, we've waffled for 5 minutes, so we are closer to the clock being with the hand and the time being on the 15 minutes. See if there's anything else in this room. Just a fire. The clock faces. This desk had a bunch of stuff in it, but I don't think there's any more to be discovered here. This door doesn't open, but doesn't have a handle. It doesn't say it's locked or, oh no, we can't do that. We did that switch there and the various other switches on the desk. I don't think it's anything here. So I'm going to pause the recording until a moment before 1:45, and then we'll see what changes here. So I'll be back in 4.5 minutes. All right, I think we're about 45 seconds out. Let's get our thing on. Now, is this going to... Am I going to forget the exact moment this is going to occur and there's going to be like a big bell chimes and it's going to freak me out? Because I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't be the first time in my life I've been caught by surprise by a noise in a video game. Are these red? Have they always been red? Oh, it's just the shift at the bottom of the lens. Come now. What are we doing? What are you doing, clock? What are we here for? My computer still says 1844. Oh, there it is. Oh god, okay. We have a puzzle. I should have expected at least a puzzle. 412. Not a difficult puzzle. It's a crystal. Is that it? Just the crystal? Nothing else I can take from all this? No other clues? Okay, I have a crystal. Crystal goes in the greenhouse box thing. But I'm a crystal short. This is only one crystal. That's the living room. This one. What am I missing? We did inside the tree. Is this going to give me a clue on how to get the last one? And nothing changed. Okay. I It's just the safe left, isn't it? Nothing in here. We used both of those. It must just be the safe left. That's all normal stuff. We've been in there. We used that. Nothing out of the ordinary here. How do I get into that safe? No dial, no combination. We still have a screwdriver. Not sure how that would help me. Am I missing anything down here? Obviously the graffiti. But outside of that, all looks pretty normal. Up on the mezzanine. Anything special going on up here? We've got this book thing that we've seen a dozen times before. That is closed. I can't retrieve this sphere. That was where we got the cube from. This is not the hexagon that would fit in there. We've read that before. Nothing else odd or luminescent up here. No, I think I'm going to have to step into Chapter 5 now. Now, the only saving grace is that at the end of Chapter 5, it should give me another pyramid, and we shouldn't get to some kind of fixed finale until I put the pyramid in the inky pool of darkness in the central corridor, right? In the main hallway. As we get through here, this is where Chapter 5 is. That's where the safe is. Nothing weird about the safe. Just the weird mechanism thing on the opposing railing that I cannot operate. I don't know if it's locked or if I'm missing a piece. This just doesn't do anything. Why don't you do it? There's not even like a receptacle for it to do something, is there? And that's the back of the safe, but I don't see a clue on the back of the safe. I am perplexed. Alright, let's go do this sign pattern then, shall we? If the safe is not gonna play ball. Are you safe? Suspicious. Alright, sine wave. Simple one. Classic strange black door. Where are we going this time? Loading Chapter 5. Dun dun dun. There's a purple crystal back there. This is all looking very clean, isn't it? What's the purple crystal thing? I want to see the purple crystal. Now you shall see what this whole adventure has been in pursuit of. Have you ever experienced a moment so tantalizing? This is our prize, yours and mine. Your resistance to the null is remarkable. None but me could craft this key, and none but you could turn it. I am sure of that now. Everything is in readiness. The last few calculations will pose you little difficulty, and once you open the gateway, I will join you. Let us stride through it together and become the greatest explorers in a dozen generations. The Craftsman. Right, so this crystal is just inert. This does not have power. There's a moon and star on that grate. That door doesn't do anything. That is locked. Looks like we need power in here and then power back in some other direction. So look towards the start of the power, I suppose. Although we can do a brief tour of the room and see if we learn anything. All right. There's a good start. Looks like one of the discs is missing. All right, then. Oh, goodness. That doesn't look at all complicated, does it? All right, then we've got a light, a long window. A telescope that is going to be no good to me without some knowledge of what to point it at, I assume. A broken lens. I'll discard it. Interesting. So, I need a lens for that. What is this? Oh my goodness. What am I looking at here? Do I need to get all these things done at once? Yes, we do. An etched glass disc. Well, I know where that goes. The star-shaped indentation in the map. Sure. Right, take me back to the glass plate. This. Going to join that. Can I only control 2 of these things? Oh no, that looks better, yeah. Just the different colors. So there's a crystal star. That's going to go in the star map on the other side of the room. We've already seen this indentation. That shows us those stars. Oh, one of them is now red. Do I need to interact with this red one? Is that all of them? I am confused. Seems to be all of them. Unless the glass plate from a second ago only had a certain set of them that were red, perhaps? And I need to remember which. Okay. The top left of the 4. One before the point. And the last but end 2. Top left of 4, 1 before point, last but 2. Smashed it, mate. A fresh lens? It is. And a scrap of parchment. These do not rotate. The sun stares back at me. Back to the telescope. And put the lens on. That's going to be no good to me until we come over to this weird looking thing. Put that in there. Right, now how do I know which group of things is the pair I'm looking for? I guess I've got to make the circle line go to circle line for a start. The circle goes to circle. Square goes to diamond here. Diamond goes to square. Here, diamond goes to diamond, circle goes to circle, and square goes to square. So this is kind of side profile of half an eye and C over C. Side profile of half an eye. And C over C. It's so close to right, isn't it? Am I a little off here? No, that snaps into that spot. There you go. Oh, a metal plate. Right, where's that metal plate going? That's a great question. Probably back here somewhere? Is it going in this thing? No. What about where the cable runs to? No. Metal plate. Not those, it's not that. I can't go over there, apparently. There's something else on a door over here that I'm missing? That's clearly some kind of keyhole I don't have. Should I just inspect this? I'm going to clip into something. But I don't know what. Not this. Not that door there. There's definitely going to be a great big long other place to be around here, isn't there? Not this thing again, is it? It is this thing again. Star and circle thing. Moon and triangle. Star and planet. Moon and triangle, star and planet. Moon and triangle. Oh god. Star and planet. There isn't a star here. There's the planet symbol. And the planet symbol again. So clearly I'm not paying enough attention to what symbols these are. Back to this thing. Do one at a time. There's definitely a star. And definitely the planet symbol. It's just a plain regular star. Not on this thing. It's not. There is no star on this grid. There is that symbol on that one. That's doing nothing for me. And then the other one. Oh, the star is showing me the star one has to be the planet thing. And the moon one has to be triangle wave. I understand. Star one is the planet symbol. Moon one is triangle wave. There you go. And for our troubles this time, a very large iron handle. Okay, so that'll get me through that door, I imagine. Door on the left. With a keyhole looking thing. Alright, with this newly enabled staircase, that is going to be where we will pick up next time. For now, thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions, comments, recommendations, put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.